What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Holy Smoke Barbecue. I'm Jeff Dalton. Today we're going to answer a question that every barbecuer has asked themselves at one point or another. What am I going to do with all this leftover pulled pork? I got my number one sidekick here with me today, and we're going to do our favorite way to use up leftover barbecue, and that's to make some pulled pork nachos. Let's fire up the grill. I'm excited to have my little buddy here helping me cook today. This is my oldest son, Carson. Carson, say hey to everybody.
Hey.
What is your favorite thing that Daddy makes?
Pulled pork nachos.
You love some pulled pork nachos, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is that your favorite thing that I fix whenever you want something special for your birthday?
Yes.
And you're always super excited when you find out we're having those for dinner on a weeknight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, guys, nachos is a great way to use up some leftover barbecue. And the way we like to do it is just a really good way to transform it into another whole dish. Behind me, we've got the Rectech pellet grill fired up to 350 degrees. We got a little pan on there with some leftover pulled pork in it warming up. And all I did to that pulled pork is I took a little bit of diced onion, a little bit of olive oil, put that in the pan, kind of sauteed that up, added about a pound of pulled pork into that pan. Then I added about a half a cup of chicken broth and a couple tablespoons of our favorite taco seasoning. We just mixed that all in and just let it simmer for about 10 minutes until the majority of that liquid had evaporated. What you end up with is a smoky and delicious mixture similar to carnitas that you can just use for tacos or burritos or nachos or whatever you would like. So let's zoom in and take a look at the rest of the ingredients that we're going to use to put our pulled pork nachos together today. For the rest of our ingredients, obviously we've got some tortilla chips, we got some Monterey Jack cheese, we've got some queso on the smoker we've got warming up, we've got some diced tomato, we've got some sour cream, we've got some homemade guacamole. I'll put a link in the description below of how I made that guacamole. We've got some diced jalapenos, and then for garnish, we've got a little green onion and some cilantro. Alright, Carson, you ready to build these nachos?
Yes.
You look hungry. You ready to eat dinner?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start out. Let's put down a layer of these tortilla chips first. So go ahead and get some out and put a thin layer down. So just put down a layer there.
Spread it out.
Alright, that's pretty good right there. Alright, now let's get some of our pulled pork. We're going to put down a layer of pulled pork. Smells good, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, now take about half of this cheese and sprinkle it across there.
Okay.
Yep, about half of the cheese. Alright, now let's put the rest of these tortilla chips on. Pretty good right there. Now let's put another layer of pulled pork down. Alright, now let's put the rest of the cheese across the top of there.
You need to sprinkle it like this?
Yep, let's put the rest of it across there. Yep. Get it all out of there.
We didn't get no barbecue over here. There's a little chip.
Alright, so now we're going to take this, we're going to put it on the Rectech for about 10 minutes or so to get this cheese all hot and melty. When that's ready, we'll bring it back. Alright guys, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's check on these nachos and see how they're looking. Oh yeah, those look really good. Cheese is all melted. Pork's good and heated through. Let's go ahead and get these over to the cutting board and we'll finish up our nachos. Alright Carson, let's go ahead and build these nachos. First thing we want to do is take a little bit of this hot queso and we're just going to pour this over the nachos because we want them good and cheesy, don't we? We like it cheese on it. Alright, so we got the queso on there. Alright, let's go ahead and sprinkle a few of those tomatoes on it.
My hands are
Use a spoon right there. Spread them out. Get them all over it. We want everybody to have a bite of tomato when they get it. Alright, that's good right there.
kind of got in one spot.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some of these jalapenos across it. We like to make them a little bit spicy, don't we?
Yes, sir.
And then let's put a couple dollops of this good homemade guacamole on there. Put a dollop there, here, one here. Then we'll put some sour cream. That sour cream will help to kind of cool off the spiciness of those jalapenos some. Alright, go ahead and sprinkle some of those green onions across it. Green onions will help add a lot of freshness to it. Alright, and then the last thing we're going to do is just sprinkle a little bit of cilantro. We just want a little bit of fresh herbs going across there. Alright, our nachos are finally done. We've got all the toppings and everything on them. And we're super excited to give them a try. Before we do, we want to share with you the verse of the week. And it comes out of 3 John chapter 1, verse 4. Carson, you want to go ahead and read that for us?
I could have no greater joy than to hear that my children are following the truth.
So this is from a letter that the Apostle John was writing to his friend Gaius. And he was basically telling him how happy he was to hear that Gaius was being faithful and living in the truth. And as a father, I can relate to this whenever I see the Spirit of God displayed through one of my boys. As parents, we are held responsible to tell our children about God and about what Jesus did for us on the cross. And I myself experienced a great joy a couple years ago when Carson decided to invite Jesus into his heart and be the Lord of his life. I had no greater joy than the day that he got baptized, and I had tears just streaming down my face. It was an awesome day. Alright, Carson, you ready to give these nachos a try?
Yeah.
You look hungry. You excited? Well, go ahead and dig in here and get you one. Which one you want?
This one, probably.
You want that one?
Ain't got nothing on it.
Ain't got nothing on it. Reach down there and get you some more.
Right here.
You going in for 2?
Trying to.
Man, those are good. You can really taste the smokiness of the pork. You got the creaminess of the cheese and the sour cream. The acid from the tomatoes really helps to cut the richness of that pork. You get a little bit of spice from those jalapenos. And then you just get a freshness from the green onion and the cilantro. To me, nachos are just one of those dishes that just gives you a perfect balance of textures and flavor. So go ahead and give these nachos a try the next time you have some leftover pulled pork. They're perfect for a game day snack or a quick weeknight dinner. So I hope you enjoyed the time you spent with us today. And if you liked this video, how about go ahead and give me a thumbs up and maybe share it. And if you want to support the channel, how about go ahead and hitting that subscribe button. If you got any questions about the recipe or the verse of the day, how about leaving us a comment down below. If you have any prayer requests, or if you just like to know a little bit more about what it takes to become a Christian, you can reach me through Facebook and Instagram, and I'll leave a link to my email address down below. Until next time, go spend some quality time with your friends and family over some good food, and remember to glorify God in everything you do. All right, Carson, you gonna eat some of these chips?
Yeah.
We're gonna fight over them? All right, guys, see you.